What's up, you guys? It's been a long couple of months since the last time I've been on here and I've been able to do this. So yeah, guess I'm just wanted to kind of do this because I just kind of wanted to tell you guys, why I haven't been streaming, where I've been, everything that's been going on. Obviously, to a degree, I'm not gonna go, like totally in depth with what's going on. So hope you guys can at least, respect that. Yeah, so I suppose so obviously you guys have seen, it's been a good 4 months since I've done anything. I've posted any videos, I've done any live streams, any podcasts, anything like that. Life just really wasn't going very well, especially towards the end of last year, beginning of the year as well. Just times were tough. They were really, really tough. And I was burnt out of just life in general. I was starting to lose all my ambition to even want to do this anymore. Like I won't lie to you guys. I even honestly thought about just deleting my channel and just saying, forget all of it. But, there's that part of me that, of course, still loves doing this. I still love getting on here, talking with people, obviously talking to you guys in the chats and everything like that. And I know I do have some people who, support the channel, support me, all that kind of stuff when it comes to that. So I not only felt like I'd just be, like giving up on myself doing this, because again, I love doing this stuff. It's just something I've enjoyed doing since the beginning of my channel. But I'd be giving up on you guys, and I don't want to do that, So I'll kind of start going a little more kind of in depth with what's been going on. I'll say kind of the big thing for last, but I'm gonna talk very vague about it because I don't want to be talking about everything that happened here on YouTube. I don't want to be doing that. I'll be kind of summarizing it. I won't be using names. I won't be using specifics. I'm not going to do any of that stuff. So again, hope you guys can at least respect that much. So one of the big things that definitely was burning me out pretty heavily was my job. For a lot of you guys who have been here since the start, a lot of you guys know where I worked. It's just over time, the job was getting to be too strenuous mentally for me. Like, I can willingly tell you guys that 6 months ago, I went to a dark place for a little bit, for like a good week. Like, I went pretty dark. Things were not going good up here. So, like, I knew I needed a break from the facility, we'll just say. It got more, I don't want to say toxic. Toxic's not the word I want to use. It just got to be too, obviously, stressful. That's the big thing, obviously. I did, however, recently leave that job. So now I have a new job, which now I am doing vaults for like caskets and stuff. But I won't get too in depth with that. I just want to let you guys know I do have a new job. I am doing better mentally now, over time. Things have gotten better. Things have gotten a lot easier. It's just the people there were great to a degree. There were some people I obviously, no matter where you go, job wise, life wise, you're going to end up running into people you don't like. You're going to end up running into situations you can't handle professionally. And again, that's where I was at. I had a very short fuse when it came to anything around there. When it came to my boss, certain people there, I knew I needed to leave. I knew my time there was limited because I knew if I didn't stay there, I would end up just losing my job eventually. And I didn't want to go through that. I wanted to actually do something better. I wanted to leave in a more professional way, if just in case, figuratively say, this new job don't work out, which you never know. Anything can happen. Not that I would want to go back there, but I wanted to leave on good terms just in case. And again, man, it was too stressful to be there. Like even when I was gone, like when I would like leave for the day or even leave for a break or something, it still would follow me. I would bring my anger, my frustration, all that stuff home, and I didn't want to do that anymore. It was just getting to be too much. So I decided to leave. And I've got a new job right now. Again, you know, I'm almost 30. Like I just turned 29 here like a month ago. I'm going to be 30 next year. And I want to I want to have a career. I want to have something where I can eventually make a career. And playing with pop all day is not a career for me. Running around on a forklift and stuff like that. That's not a career. To me, that literally is the definition of just a job. And it's just not something I wanted to do anymore. I did everything I could possibly do in there. The people were cool to a degree. Depends on the people. Obviously, if any of you guys are watching, you guys were there. You know who you are. I'm not going to throw you out in the middle of this. Really, guys, too, the next thing, like I said before, I didn't have the ambition to do this for a while. If any of you guys remember the week the Book of Boba Fett came out, I was on here. I wanted to do some watch alongs. I did watch alongs for the first 2 episodes, and I really didn't get anywhere with them. I had like just a couple of views, and usually when I only get a small handful of views when it comes to, either a video series I want to do, like plenty of examples. I did The Evil Within with Ethan. We only did 4 episodes, and I gave up on that because nobody was really watching that. Same thing with Resident Evil 2 Remake. That was another big one. Drive Time, that was another big one. And the reason I keep this podcast thing going is because a lot of you guys seem to like, the podcast stuff. And that makes me feel good. Like that really makes me happy to the fact that you guys enjoy the fact that I'm doing these podcasts. I've got this one. I've got the one I do with Ethan, the horror podcast, which we got to get back on eventually here soon. And coming back this year, if you guys remember, is the Takalorian Live, where me, Andy, and Ren will be discussing each episode of The Mandalorian on Saturdays. So that's going to be exciting to come back. And I guess to kind of make an announcement, I guess I'll just show you guys here. A handful of weeks ago, I literally had like nothing to do at work, so I was just really bored. And I decided to do something new. And I really hope it works out, because this is something I've wanted to do pretty much since the beginning of the channel. Get this going here. So it's still a few weeks. It could be anywhere from a week to maybe a couple weeks out. I'm still working on some stuff here. But I am going to be starting another podcast series. I don't know how long it'll go. I'm not going to sit here and say, it's going to be like a lifelong thing for the channel. I'm not going to sit here and say it's limited. I don't know yet. It's still, we'll just basically say it's still in its like alpha stage because I'm still working some things out. But I am going to be starting a new series called just simply a Star Wars story. I think I've talked about it before. It's one of the main things on my channel when you guys come onto my channel for the very first time. Basically, I want to bring on a guest. I just want to have them on. It'd be about an hour long. It will be pre-recorded as well, so it unfortunately won't be live. That's been my plan from the start with this. I just kind of want to have this be a casual thing, just kind of talk, hang out, whatever, like usual podcasts. But I want people to come on and tell, their Star Wars story, because I've told mine to a huge degree when it comes to this channel. I've got plans of how I want this to go, and I'm hoping that it works. Quick little spoiler, not that it's really going to matter to you guys, but you see the background already here. That's going to be the background for the podcast. So I am excited to be going and doing that. Like I said, I'm not really sure when it's going to start. When I get a little bit more traction and everything going on it, I will give you guys an update. So if you guys aren't following me on any social media stuff, whether it be Instagram, I'm not really on Twitter very much anymore. I will still post on there occasionally. You guys can also just follow me personally on Facebook, or you can follow my channel on Facebook, whatever you want to do. So I'm excited for that, because I've been getting that Star Wars itch again. I can willingly say, not like entirely since the Rise of Skywalker. It's not really that I fell out of love with Star Wars. Not really that I didn't have much more of an interest in Star Wars. I just kind of put it on the back burner because, obviously the way the fan base is, you can't have an opinion anymore in this day and age, which, whatever. I've already posted my opinions on that. Kellen King, man, welcome. It's been a long while since I've seen you here on the channel. But again, I'm starting to get, the itch for the franchise, because, we just recently had Book of Boba Fett. We're getting Mandalorian Season 3 this year. Or, of course, obviously next month we are getting Obi-Wan Kenobi. We've also got new games coming out. A whole bunch of shows are still announced that are going to be coming out soon. So I'm still excited for all that. But I'm just getting the itch again, because I want to get back into watching Rebels. I want to attempt to restart the Clone Wars, because I've never finished the Clone Wars. I think I got halfway through Season 3 and I stopped watching, because it wasn't something I was really enjoying, because I didn't like how there weren't a continuous story. It was just kind of, we'll do a couple random episodes here, a couple random episodes here, and they don't match up at all. Because another thing I want to do, obviously, I'm sure you guys have noticed, I've also been very vocal about it, how I've kind of veered away from, the gameplays and stuff. There are 2 games I do want to play, and I want to do them on the channel, because they're things I've never played. I don't know really a whole lot about the story, the plot, all that stuff. And I actually get it right over here. But I want to play live here on the channel, and I got to figure out how it works, because I still don't know how to work the OBS studio. But I have never played The Force Unleashed, and a lot of people have made the claims that this is the best Star Wars game ever, and it's one of the best stories and stuff, one of the best characters in Star Wars. So I want to play this, because I don't know anything about Starkiller really. All I know is his name is Galen Merrick, and that's about all I know. He's played by Sam Witwer. So that's another thing we can look forward to. I'm not going to make the promise If I can't figure out the OBS software and all that stuff, then I'm just going to play it for myself, because that's what I've been doing with video games lately. It's like last year, I really did consider going through Resident Evil Village because I played through 7. I really enjoyed playing through 7. I did the entire story on the channel. I did the DLCs on the channel. And just, I felt like I needed to do Village, but I just really thought, I wanted to start playing games more like for me, depending on what the game is. Like I'll even say it, like I've really had the urge to buy the Lego Star Wars game, but I want to hold off on that because, again, starting a new job, obviously finances come first. Got to pay for the house, pay for the heat, water, all that fun jazz. So, unfortunately, that's going to be on the back burner for a while. And of course, kind of figuring out what my new schedule is and stuff will kind of determine too on when I can get to this, when I can get to the Star Wars Story podcast. I've said it before too. If any of you guys are ever interested on being a guest on any of my podcasts, whether it be this one, a horror podcast, or if you want to be on the Star Wars Story and tell your Star Wars story, all you guys got to do is message me. You can message me through Instagram is probably the best place. So now, kind of really the big thing why, I kind of disappeared for a while. Obviously, a lot of you guys, again, if you guys have been through the channel long enough, you guys know normally I upload for a good while and then I like take a break for a good couple of months or something. But this time around was really different. Like before, I just was getting, busy with life and stuff like that. Or I just, again, didn't have the ambition to want to do YouTube. Well, late last year, early this year was just a hard time for a good couple of months, I can willingly say. Again, I'm not going to get into specifics. I said it before. I'm going to say it again. It's just, I don't want to talk too personally about it. It's just something I want to keep for myself. But we lost somebody very close to us, and it was a very tough time having to go through that whole situation. It's very tough on a lot of people. I appreciate everybody who helped us out, who, kept in contact with us, all that, all the stuff, you guys know what I'm talking about. But it was just tough. I literally had no ambition to do anything. Like, I didn't really talk to a lot of people. I didn't really want to, again, I didn't want to do this. I literally lost all ambition to do this at all. Like again, during that time, I seriously thought about just saying, the hell with it. I'm done. I don't want to do this anymore. I'm not enjoying this anymore. All that stuff. But that's really the biggest reason why I was gone for so long. It's because, we just needed time to, heal, to process everything. And it's just finally gotten to the point where, I'm good, obviously it's something you're never going to get over. Obviously it's just how life works, but I miss this. Like truly, I miss doing this. I like coming on here and just talking, just saying whatever comes to my mind, saying whatever. Whether I'm on here talking about a movie, talking about a TV show, talking about games, talking about whatever I'm in the mood to talk about. I've missed it. And now that things mentally have gotten better and easier, I feel like now is just the best time to come back and start doing more stuff, doing more podcasts, start doing videos again. There's even a video that I'm going to be working on here. I can't decide if it's today or if I want to wait a little bit, but it's something I haven't done since late 2019. So you guys can stay tuned for that. Like I said, right now I'm still working on my schedule and stuff because before everything happened, I was literally going to make a schedule. Like Sundays, when it worked out with Ethan, I wanted to do the horror podcast. Mondays, I wanted to start doing like a Monday movie ranking. So I'd like take a certain franchise, I'd rank all the movies. Yeah, obviously, you guys have seen all my rankings I've done here on the channel. Wednesdays were going to be just a random upload. And then Fridays or Saturdays, I wanted to do this podcast. But just over time, obviously, you guys have noticed this is the first podcast I've done literally by myself in a long time. Like, normally I have a guest here on the podcast 90% of the times lately because there have been times I've come here on this podcast. I'm sure you guys have seen a few, and I've just kind of stopped doing them because I was trying to do one about God of War. I was doing good, and I got about 15, 20 minutes in, and I just went blank. Like, I forgot everything I was going to say. And I just hop back on, delete the video, say whatever, be done with it, delete it, and just erase it from my mind. But I kind of do want to start doing more of these by myself again. Because, obviously I have a lot more interest than just, Star Wars and movies and stuff like that. Like, I like games, I like comics, I collect stuff. I mean, there's all sorts of things I like. I've even been recently going through like all the Universal monster movies. So I've been wanting to talk about those. I kind of want to do like a series with that, but again, I haven't quite decided yet. There's, like I said, lots of ideas. It's just getting the ambition to do them and moving forward to do them and everything like that. So that's honestly pretty much all I wanted to really come on here and say. I wanted to just kind of make this a quick, random little podcast to get back into the swing of things. I just kind of wanted to update you guys where I am, mentally, everything like that. So again, right now, everything is fine. I'm getting used to the new job. It's a lot to take in at one time with what I'm going to be doing now, but I think after a little while, I'll get used to things. I can figure out that schedule, and then I can start getting back into doing this kind of stuff again. So there will be content. I'm hoping to do more content now in the next, I guess, 8 months that are left of the year. Because I did look on the channel here lately, and I only posted maybe 20 or 22 videos and live streams last year. So I'm hoping to, make up for that. Obviously, this is the start. I'd like to do, like a podcast talking about the Boba Fett show and my thoughts on that as a whole, and Obi-Wan Kenobi when that comes out, and obviously all the new movies coming out this year, because I've seen quite a decent amount of movies this year. I'm doing my new ranking of the year like I've been doing the last few years. Like 2020, I did my 20 first time watches. Last year was my 21 first time watches. This year will be my 22 first time watches. I'm already at 17. I'm trying to like hold off and like work my way through the remainder of the year so I can watch some other like big name movies that I haven't seen before. So obviously that'll be at the end of the year. We've got Halloween Ends coming here in October. As of now, that's my most anticipated film for the year, for the remainder of the year, I guess I should say. And there's just so many things I still want to do. Like, I want to do like reactions and stuff too. I'm still working on how to do that kind of stuff as well. I kind of want to start getting back into like maybe doing like an occasional video game live stream. I don't know yet. Again, there's just things have been on my mind, and I wanted to just get them out here for you guys. I'm not gonna make the promises because I unfortunately, after going back in time a couple times, I've made promises or made statements that I'm going to be doing this and doing that, and then I never follow through with them. And I don't want to be doing that anymore. If I say that there's something I'm going to do, whether it's a video or something for you guys, obviously I want to continue to go through with that as well. So I want to get better at that. That's honestly really about it for me when it comes to what I want to do. Kind of just the catch up, like I said. And I don't know if any of you guys got any questions. I wouldn't mind going for just a few more minutes if any of you guys got like legit questions for me or anything. If not, this will probably just be the end of the podcast. Again, I just wanted to make it a quick one. Not going for an hour, hour and a half, sometimes 3 hours like I've done before on here. So, like I said, if you guys got any questions for the next few minutes, like legit questions, I will definitely answer them. And again, if any of you guys are interested in being a guest on a Star Wars story, just give me a message. We'll work out a schedule, all that kind of stuff. So, but yeah, I just wanted to come on here and let you guys know that I'm okay. Like I'm good every ways. I am pretty happy and content right now with life. You know, things been busy the last couple of weeks. You know, we've been doing some traveling, going out of town, hanging out with friends, all that fun jazz. I miss you too, Kellen. I appreciate that. I really do. Hopefully, I can get you back on the channel too here because I haven't had you on here in quite a long time. So, all right, guys, that is probably going to do it here for this podcast. Again, I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope you guys understand why I've been gone for so long, and never be afraid to reach out. You know, I'm willing to just chat with anybody. You know, if you guys ever want to just catch up, talk, see how I'm doing, obviously I'll do the same as well. That Razzler getting out of that black hole of BS was a major step. Good for you. Thank you, man. Again, I appreciate the love and support you guys are still giving me here after all this time. Obviously, you know, Matt knows me personally outside of this. So, you know, again, I really do appreciate all the love and support you guys have shown me over the years. So, but guys, I think that is going to do it for this podcast. I hope you did enjoy. I'll be back soon. I'll be, like I said, I'm going to work on some videos. I'm hopefully going to be getting these podcasts going again. So, but I guess I got some adult stuff to go do. So I guess with that being said, make sure you guys hit that like button, subscribe if you haven't already, and we'll see you in the next one.